Hello, and welcome to a new vlog. Welcome to Saturday. And I am at my parents' house. I have just arrived. I need to get inside. I need to get everything unloaded and unpacked. I've got some cold groceries that need to go into the fridge. But I just knew if I didn't start the vlog now, half the afternoon would go by and then Mom and I would be doing something and I'd want to vlog it. And so we're just gonna intro the vlog now before I can forget or get distracted, and because I know as soon as I walk in, I'm just gonna get swept up into whatever is currently happening in there. Mom and I need to bake the Easter bread, so I'm definitely gonna show you that. It's Easter weekend. It is the day before Easter. I'm coming over to stay and just have a nice cozy weekend here with my family for the holidays, so it should be lovely. I'm gonna vlog today and tomorrow separately, so we're just gonna stretch out the Easter weekend across this whole week, basically, as you're watching these. But yeah, we've got to make the Easter bread today. It's a recipe my mom has made since I was little, and it's a recipe that her dad made, so my grandfather made growing up. It's based on an old Italian recipe, I think, but it's been slightly Americanized over the years, but it's delicious. So we make a sweet bread with it, but then we also use the dough to make cinnamon rolls, and I look forward all year to this, like since last April or last Easter, whenever Easter was last year, but like from one Easter to the next, it's just like counting down to the Easter bread and the cinnamon rolls. Anyway, before I ramble on and on and on, I'm gonna get inside. I've got a Starbucks, I've got a soy latte. I did go for caffeine today. I'm not feeling that well. And I've got a massive headache. It's that time of the month. Just decided to start this morning. Yeah, that's not so great because it is going to be a very busy weekend. It's not a weekend that I can just lay on the couch, which is really what I feel like doing. So I'm hoping the caffeine will help my headache, and I need to take some Tylenol or something for the other issues, pain issues I've got. So yeah, but I've got some breakfast. I've got myself a breakfast sandwich from Starbucks as well. So I'm gonna get in, get everything unpacked, drink my coffee, eat my sandwich, snuggle with the dogs, and then at some point after lunch, because it's lunchtime, so at some point after lunch, I think Mom and I will start the Easter bread. So I will definitely update you when we do. But welcome to the vlog, and yeah, I'm excited for just a nice, semi-relaxing Saturday, but a nice Saturday here with my family. So yeah, welcome to the vlog, and let's get inside. So Mom is starting the Easter bread. I'm wearing her London apron that I got her for Christmas 2 years ago that she won't use because why?
I don't want to get it messed up. It's too pretty.
Isn't that the point of aprons? So she's wearing this ratty old apron that she's had for decades.
It's nice and stained.
It's nice and stained, so if she stains it some more, she won't care. I told her the next time I buy her a cute apron, I'm buying her 2, so she can keep one nice and one that can get used and dirty. But we're just mixing together the dough for the Easter bread. So we've got the dry ingredients in the mixer. I did not get that on camera. I'm so mad. One of the ingredients is rum, and Mom just made to act like she was gonna tip back the bottle.
Yeah, which we all know. Happens all the time.
Which anyone who knows my mom knows that that's the biggest joke ever, because Mom has half a brandy snifter full of Drambuie every year at Christmas, and that is her annual.
one this
She
year.
didn't have one this year. And so that is the maximum of her annual alcohol consumption, is her 1 shot of Drambuie every year.
What can I say?
So Mom does not drink.
I'm not a happy drunk. I'm a sleepy, go to bed.
Yeah, just the tiniest bit of alcohol will knock Mom out. If we want to watch a movie or something, she can't have anything to drink. But yeah, we're mixing together everything. She's adding in the wet ingredients. Then we'll have to let the dough rise for a while. But we're gonna make 2 dolls, 1 loaf of bread for you guys. Or 2.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see how much.
We might just do all cinnamon rolls.
No, we're doing dolls for sure. And I want some plain.
Cinnamon.
Let's do at least 1 loaf of bread.
Alright.
And then the cinnamon rolls, which I'm very excited about.
Okay, you're gonna make me lose count. So
Okay.
2, 3, 4.
Is that 4? And the rest of the eggs.
Okay.
And then this is a milk and butter mixture. And this is the recipe. It's the Samadhi family Easter bread.
Well,
Mom has tweaked this recipe a bit.
as we know it, because it was passed down by word of mouth and watch what I do kind of a recipe.
Yeah, Mom has tried to take some of these family recipes and put them down on paper. When Mom is no longer able to make it, Lisa and I could still make it. Although Lisa's not a baker. Right, Lisa? No, she's like, no, I'm a cook. Lisa's a cook. I'm the baker of the 2 of us.
Because she's not doesn't have a sweet tooth.
Yeah, Lisa's not really the sweet tooth of the family. I am. But there's savory stuff you can bake.
Yeah.
Baking's just more of an exact thing, whereas Lisa and Mom have the skill of give them 5 ingredients and they can make something out of it. Whereas I am useless without a recipe, and even then sometimes I struggle, except for baking. Baking I can do, I don't know why, but cooking is what I struggle with.
I can do both.
And Mom can do both. But yeah, I was telling them earlier that this is an old family recipe. So Grandpa made it when you were growing up?
Grandma Pauline did. She actually did.
But it's Grandpa's family recipe. It's the Samadhi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grandma
So
Grandma Pauline was Russian, and I don't know, she just didn't.
there are Russian baked goods and breads, but she never.
No, she just didn't learn from. Well, her mother died when she was 4.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe her aunt just wanted to do everything herself.
Yeah. So this is from an old Italian recipe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it used to have the eggs on it, where if you Google Italian Easter bread, you'll see it's braided like in a wreath, and it has colored Easter eggs.
Yeah. So if you're familiar with,
Which my dad used to do.
so if you're familiar with Italian Easter bread, it's based on that recipe, but it's not going to look the same. And I think ours is a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, I made it more like a sweet dough.
Yeah. So it works
Some
great.
Italians call it Easter pizza, but I googled that, and there's like a specific look to Easter pizza. It's like a layered pie. But pizza, my Italian family has always considered Easter pizza to mean Easter bread. Pizza means bread.
Yeah.
But there's regions in Italy that are different anyway. So like I was seeing on something on one of the cooking channels I follow, where they made an Easter, can't remember what they called it, Italian Easter dessert of some kind, and people in the comments were, I never heard of this, and I'm Italian. So I looked, and then someone said, oh, it must be southern, because I'm from Sicily and we never heard of it. No. Well, and no, it's northern. It looks like something very German, like a German type. Okay. So it's from the northern part of Italy.
Oh.
It's a baked loaf that they turn in, and it's got like kind of like Provetica, if you know Czech Provetica, where it's loaded with nuts and cinnamon and sugar inside the bread. And so I guess that's some people's Italian Easter tradition.
So we've made this for as long as Mom made it from, you know, as soon as she and Dad got married. So
my mom gave me the Easter.
Your mom gave you the recipe?
What she had written down from my grandma showing it to her. And the problem was, every year it came out different. Sometimes it'd have huge pockets of air in it. And after I, you know, went to school and learned about baking, I realized there's no salt in the recipe that my mom had taught me.
Oh.
So
you added in the salt?
Yeah, without the salt, it makes the yeast continue growing through the baking process, and that just creates the air bubbles.
So yeah,
food science is my major.
Mom has a degree in food science, so she slowly perfects these recipes over time. I mean, that printout looks like you printed it in the 90s on one of our old printers.
That probably was.
It's a very old style of printing.
Yeah, it was before. It was before there were a lot of dough. You could use a mixer for dough.
Yeah, you used to do all of this by hand, didn't you?
Yeah, I would have to knead it by hand.
Now we've got a dough hook on the KitchenAid, which is really nice.
I could do it a little bit longer, but it'll over knead it probably. And
we don't want to do that. So we're gonna get back to the Easter bread and we will update you later. Okay, it's a little while later. I'm here with Mommy, who cut her hair, but you've got it all back in a ponytail.
Yeah,
it's so pretty.
When I'm cooking, I don't want my hair getting everywhere.
Which makes sense.
It was just to cut off the old color.
Yeah, no,
but I kind of like it. I might keep it this short.
I mean, you guys have always seen her with longer hair, but
always up.
Growing up, Mom almost always had it short.
Short. Boy cut.
Yeah, really, really short. Now she's got a nice cute bob again.
I think I started growing it out in 2014.
Yeah.
It was the first time we went to
London together?
London. It was growing it out then. I started. Yeah. That was...
So...
Was that 2013?
2014. No. 2012.
Yeah.
Was the first time we went together. Because 2010 was the first time I went.
Yeah.
And you and I went together 2 years later. So, Lexi, so cute.
Yeah, she keeps looking back.
Yeah.
Like,
what are you doing?
Are you still there? Don't desert me.
What are you doing, silly girl? Look at you hopping around.
She's being a little zoomy.
She is.
She's not sure what she wants to do.
I've got a low battery light flashing, so it could cut off on me.
There
but
she goes. Yeah.
we've just been working on my taxes. and I've been having...
No, we have not been working. She's been stressing on her taxes.
I'm not enjoying this. I think it'll be fine next year, but this year it's just everything's a question. Mom and Lisa are laughing at me. I've already cried.
Lisa's not laughing at you because she's sympathizing with you, but I laugh.
Mom's laughing.
Because I'm like...
It's
and then she's like, but this is going to affect my future.
There's so much pressure. If I screw up my taxes, it can screw up my income-driven repayment plan for my student loans, which then screws up my monthly budget. Everything's connected. I'm making a mountain out of a molehill, but it's still...
She's overthinking a lot.
I'm overthinking it. But I think...
Like, do you own a fish business? I don't know. I don't know if I own a fish business.
Not do that. I know I don't own a fish business. But there are some questions where it's like, it's so poorly worded that I don't... Like, it causes confusion. And then it makes me nervous. Because it's the IRS. You don't want to screw with the IRS.
Oh, another hummingbird. Lisa saw the hummingbird yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Your hummingbird is back. Yeah.
Well, and we all know what hummingbirds mean to me. Every time I'm stressed out, I see a hummingbird.
Oh,
and it's my sign.
Special animal too.
And it's my sign that I need to stop stressing out. So there we go. We have seen the hummingbird. I'm telling you, every time.
Did you get it?
No, I didn't get it on camera. It's too fast.
See?
But no, I was telling Mom, and I've talked about this.
You can't zoom in on him?
No. No, he moves too fast for it to focus in time.
Oh.
But no, I've talked about this on my YouTube channel before. Every time I'm stressed out, at some point within like an hour or so, we'll see a hummingbird. And so it's become my sign to stop stressing out.
It's also Grandpa Bob.
Yeah, Lisa.
That's what Lisa
thinks. I have a
thinks.
hummingbird tattoo, right?
Yeah, yeah. So that's it for you. It's Grandpa Bob.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's my grandfather telling me to stop stressing about my taxes. So, oh, that's kind of nice. So we're almost done. We're just down to adding a few more things. But the Easter bread is out of the oven and cooling, so we still need to make the icing for it. And we're getting dinner started. Lisa's getting dinner started. So it's 5 o'clock. What?
Look at Gus.
What? Were you rolling in the grass? I see grass on you.
Mr. Speckles.
I see grass on you.
Mr.
He's
Speckles.
like, I didn't do it. We were so distracted by the hummingbird, we didn't see him.
No. Not that would make a difference.
No.
He'll look at you and you'll say, you better not. He drops and rolls.
All right, so we're gonna get some more stuff sorted out, and
Your dog had a good roll.
and I'm gonna, ooh, camera needs to adjust. We're gonna continue working, and I'm gonna change this battery. But Lisa, I have to tell you my moment outside. I'm gonna put this on.
Andrew did an Andrea moment.
You emailed, you texted us about your Lisa moment the other day. So my Andrea moment,
Screen brambled.
Mom and I go outside.
Screen brambled?
Yeah.
Yeah, the other day Lisa texted. So we have this thing in our family where sometimes our brains are just moving too fast or not fast enough. Various reasons cause this.
Sparks and foons.
Sparks and foons, hurricanes and tornadoes.
Yeah.
And so Lisa texted the family chat the other day saying that she'd had a new one.
Scream brambled.
Scream brambled.
Instead of brains.
Brain scramble. And so we laughed about that. This isn't a word mix-up, but we went outside just now to let the dogs out. And my first thought was, oh, someone's been grilling tonight. Because I could still smell our grill because we had steak. So that's why the backyard smells like someone's been grilling, because my sister's been grilling. So I start laughing in my head and out loud at my own silliness. My mom's like, what are you laughing about? So I said, I just had the silliest thought about, you know, oh, someone's been grilling. Mom says,
Go ahead.
and Mom says, I was going to say that as a joke, but it just sounded so stupid, who would believe it? It's been a long week. I've been on Zoom all week with my students. So Lisa, sitting on the couch over there, texted us. It was like 11 o'clock at night or something. Yeah. So Lisa texted us from Sierra Vista 11 o'clock the other night. She's like, oh my God, there are a pack of javelinas
So many, like,
out in front of the Sierra Vista house, and they're going out through the trash because Lisa had rolled the trash can out there for garbage pickup the next morning. And so sure enough, you go look at the ring footage and Lisa rolls, I was telling Mom about this earlier, and Mom literally spit her drink out.
I did, so be warned.
But I was telling Mom about it. I said, yeah, poor Lisa, she was really stressed as she was texting, but I just couldn't help laughing because as I'm watching the footage, Lisa's literally rolling out the trash can, whistling happily. And then 15 minutes later, the javelinas are tearing into it. And I said, it's almost as if she was whistling for them to come get their dinner. And Mom just cracks up. It was the cutest thing, like watching the footage, but like Lisa was not laughing that night. She's not even really laughing about it much right now. The trauma is still too fresh. But she was saying that even just like flashing your flashlight out at them was making
I
them.
was banging, I was throwing things, they were aggressive. They
Wanted their food, they didn't care.
There was even, I didn't tell you guys this, there was even pieces of their skin and their fur because they were fighting each other for the trash.
It was not good, but you can hear them on the camera. You can hear them like rattling things around. You can hear them like
fighting with each
snorting
other.
And snarfling and
Do your viewers know what javelinas are?
Oh, I've talked about javelinas before, and I've shown clips of them that when I've seen them around my neighborhood.
Right. When you go through
They're not pigs.
They're not. No, yeah, they're not pigs.
And
they
you
look.
Don't want to eat them.
Yeah, no. They look like the only thing I can compare them to is like a wild boar, but they're not from the same family of animals.
Peccary is what they are, I think. A peccary.
And they don't have the same meat as boars or hogs.
Yeah, so you wouldn't eat one.
And they have scent glands that ruins the meat. They're really tough. And they're gross.
No.
So they don't really have a natural predator.
No.
In the desert.
What their nickname is?
What?
Skunk pig.
That sounds about right.
They literally smell like skunk. So if you ever smell skunk here in Arizona,
you know,
that it might be javelina.
I have occasionally smelled skunk in my apartment, like coming in from the windows. I bet there's been a javelina going through the apartment complex.
And that's what makes their meat disgusting.
It's usually at night that I'll smell them.
Smelling them from that far, so imagine what their meat is like.
Yeah.
They call them a cousin species of the pig, but there are completely different
genus is a different
family.
It's kind of like saying like fox
family
compared to
and pigs
dog,
are in the
yeah.
Suidae family. Suidae family is what pigs are in, and javelinas are in the Taia Suidae family.
Interesting.
Let's also talk about what a pain in the ass it was to clean up all of
that. I watched the ring footage of you cleaning it up the next day. It just kept going and going and going.
I'm still sore from that.
It did not look fun. Well, and I mean, I couldn't, like,
well,
it was
obliterated things.
shredded. It
There
looked...
was pieces of stuff
Yeah.
that I had to pick up.
I'll have included a clip of what it looked like the next morning when the sun came up and you could see, because at night you couldn't see
And it was even worse
any of
in
it.
person because the thing that sucked is that there were like pieces of
Glass.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like I couldn't leave any of that. I had to pick up individual, and the gravel there is so big and
Yeah.
deep that it's not like I could have swept it up.
Yeah.
I had to actually pick everything up, and you have no choice but to bend down and pick it up. It's not like you can sit down and,
Yeah.
you know, and you can't sweep.
So they hit the jackpot the other night, finding
Yeah,
someone
and
who'd
then
put the
people
trash out.
driving by the next morning watching me pick up trash. It's like, don't worry, I'm just picking up my axe. I mean the trash.
So we've had a lovely dinner tonight. Lisa made fantastic steak along with some delicious roasted potatoes.
Did you already tell them about your meltdown?
Yes, we talked about that earlier. So now we're going to...
Meltdown. Or we're going to do another meltdown.
We're gonna do another
Part two.
meltdown. No, we're gonna try. I'm feeling better about the tax situation now. So Mom and I are still at the kitchen table. We're gonna finish going through adding in, itemizing everything with the taxes, and then watch something on TV. I don't know what. Lisa, I'm sure we'll find something fun for us to watch. I have not done any writing. I might do a couple hundred words while we watch TV or something, so we shall see. But first, we're gonna try to sort out the tax situation. Okay, so tax update. We're done. We're done. We decided to just go ahead and file them tonight. So they're done, they're filed. I am getting a refund, so that's great. And overall, I'd say it was pretty good. Like, I've never done my own taxes. I have folders. So we used to see a woman, a very lovely woman. Did we only start seeing Marilyn when we moved to this side of town?
Here, but before that, I had a tax guy down.
Okay.
Now it took me.
Because I know I've got
Before
folders.
that, we had a tax guy in Kansas.
I would get these tax folders. So I've got these labeled going back to like 2005 or 2006, which is when we moved to this side of town. So I've never had to do my own taxes. Someone's always done them for me. Mom was telling me, what you used to do them the old-fashioned way.
Before Dad made Colonel, I did them all myself because I didn't start doing them until we were in Leavenworth the last time.
Yeah.
Before that, I did them myself.
And that was not on computer, right?
No.
So Mom used to have to get the actual paper printed tax form worksheets and fill in everything and do all the subtract this number from the line number on this line and all of that. That just makes my brain hurt just thinking about it.
It just seemed easier back then because you didn't have all the weird deductions. And
Yeah, I guess in some ways it probably was more straightforward back then. So I would consider using TurboTax again next year instead of going and seeing someone. But then I also think if my coaching business does as well as I hope it will throughout this year, and if my business income is more complicated than it was. Like last year I didn't have anything other than YouTube royalties and book royalties. So I don't know, like if my tax situation is the same next year as it was this year, I would do TurboTax again because overall I think it was fairly straightforward. I'd probably have Mom walk me through it again because it just helped having someone else look at it. Like if I do TurboTax next year, and obviously this is not sponsored by TurboTax, but if I do decide to go that path again next year, I will do it in January, like as soon as all the paperwork gets processed, all my W-2s and 1099s and stuff like that. Because doing it on Easter weekend, after doing Zoom conferences all week, my brain is fried, and I don't think I could have done this on my own without Mom literally sitting here next to me. But overall, it was fairly straightforward despite having a couple panic attacks that really weren't anything to do with taxes. It was more to do with just, I'm not coping right now. You can hear her giggling at me. It's true, I'm not coping right now. Zero coping skills at this point. But it is now 9 o'clock, so it's getting late. Mom will probably only be up for not even another hour probably. So we're gonna watch some TV. Lisa's had some cooking shows on, so I'm sure we're gonna watch a cooking show or a travel show or a cooking travel show. That's usually what she watches with us. I'm gonna try to do a tiny bit of writing just so that I can say I've written today. In the project, I'm at 15,870. So I think I'm gonna try to write 130 words and get it up to 16,000 even. And I will count that as a win for today. So I'm gonna go join Mom, Lisa, Gus, and Lexi. Is Gus there? Yeah, he's with you.
Oh yeah.
He's still out. Normally he would be in bed sleeping at this time of night, but his mommy is here, so he's out here with us. I'm gonna go join Mom, Lisa, Gus, and Lexi on the couch and watch some TV for the next hour. And I'm gonna go find some more jelly beans. I've been joking about my medicinal jelly beans. I think I've earned some after doing my taxes. Look at this boy.
Say hi.
Say hi to YouTube.
Oh,
it's like, no pictures, please. No pictures. Call my agent. Call my agent. He's distracted by Mom because Mom's getting cheese treats together. Where are the... I don't see anything out, Mama.
They're on the dining table.
Oh, they're on the dining table. We need to put all the baking stuff away. Whew, let there be light. So Mom's put all of the cinnamon rolls and stuff out here. So we have these cinnamon rolls for Mom and Dad, the loaf of Easter bread. These are Lisa's. These are mine. So Mom made slightly bigger cinnamon rolls for Lisa and I. So she and Dad have 12, 6 each of the smaller ones. And then Lisa and I each have 4 each of slightly bigger. And then Lisa and I also have the dolls. Mom makes bread dolls for us. She's made us Easter bread dolls every year since we probably didn't do it when we were babies. But
well, no, not
how old when we were, like when we were 5 maybe,
yeah,
did you start?
Probably.
And then we put icing on everything and sprinkles. So we make it before Easter, but we pretty much have an unofficial rule that we don't eat.
Can't eat the Easter
We
bread.
can't eat the Easter bread or the cinnamon rolls until Easter. So we'll have the cinnamon rolls for breakfast tomorrow and then the bread for like dessert after we have the Easter ham and stuff. So come back to the next vlog because there will be tons of food in the next vlog. We had a yummy dinner today, but of steak. Lisa, I said earlier, I think, Lisa did steak, so that was delicious. But tomorrow we're going to do a roast ham, cheesy potatoes, and broccoli. It's now the end of the day, it's 10 o'clock. We ended up watching a...
Do you want to go get the Tupperware to put your 2 down?
Yeah, what Tupperware? The... one you use for flat cakes? Yeah. The rectangle one? Ah! I dropped something. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Nothing to see here, folks. Okay, this is the cake container. But it does fit the Easter dolls.
I have a bread for a bread loaf. And
I have it, but it's the lid is cracked. It's not really usable anymore. We need to get a new one. Huh?
There's supposed to be a lifetime guarantee.
Oh, really?
I remember when you used to go to...
Wouldn't know how you would
when you used to go to Tupperware parties, you would bring your craft wood.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, how
And
funny.
the Tupperware party representative would
Deal with a replacement
deal
for
with
you?
the replacement, yeah.
Oh, how
The
funny.
dealer, whoever was the dealer.
Does anyone who's watching this, is anyone here old enough to remember Tupperware parties?
Is that your question of the day?
Maybe that is. Do you know what we're talking about when we say Tupperware parties? That can be our question of the day. Otherwise,
I used my freebie, one of the freebies you used to get when you would go to a Tupperware.
oh really?
I used it that orange scraper thing.
Oh, that was a freebie?
Yeah, because I probably went to dozens. Of
Growing up, it was Tupperware parties,
Longaberger,
and then by like the late 80s, early 90s, it was Longaberger.
and then
Pampered Chef was a big one.
Avon.
Avon was huge. I mean, these were all things that,
Mary Kay.
well, these were all things that military wives could do. Often these sorts of things were a way
This was
for army wives to make money, even as they were
as they
traveled around with their husbands.
This was a Pampered Chef.
So yeah, we've got a ton of Tupperware Pampered Chef. Mom has a ton of Longaberger
Tupperware
baskets. Where's every room has at least one. Okay, here's one Longaberger basket.
Tupperware.
And then here's another Longaberger basket. So there's at least two in there. They're in here. So, but yeah, we've got, oh, no, here's another Longaberger basket. We've got, oh, here's another Longaberger basket back here. So they're literally everywhere in this house. You have, I don't know how many you have.
Lexi needs ear
I
help.
probably have 20.
Oh, Lexi needs ear help. Her ear has flipped.
Why are they so uneven, Mom? It drives me nuts.
There's one down there.
Mom.
What? Why what?
Her ears?
What's wrong?
They're
with yours?
uneven because she gets a homemade haircut like we did when we were kids.
It's like inches off.
She gets a mullet like you used to wear.
Like her left ear is like 2 inches longer.
It's not that bad.
Yes, it is.
Wait, is it? See?
Yes.
See, they meet.
Look. Look at her while they flop down. Look at them. It is on a picture, Andrea.
Your ears are not uneven.
They are incredibly uneven. You guys are delusional.
It's just in how she turns her head.
No.
Some angles.
Look.
I am looking, but it's hard.
See that?
Don't.
Sometimes it's just one or two
Okay,
pieces of
YouTube,
hair.
help us out. Are her ears?
Don't manipulate.
See, they're even. Leave her alone.
If you think you can do better, Lisa,
I
you
will.
can trim her ears up. Look at her. Look at that face. Her ears are fine.
They're just uneven.
Don't.
Try to get it even then.
Lexi does not like.
She'll have nothing left.
She does not like. I think we need to leave her ears alone. It's gonna be like when you're doing winged eyeliner and you end up having panda eyes because you just keep trying to fix the one that's not right.
Exactly, and she's moving at the same time, so I don't.
But yeah, so it's treat time. Mom's about to give the dogs their treat. We'll take them out one last time. Lisa and I are gonna watch TV. I got 157 words written, so I'm just over 16,000 in the manuscript. So that's good. I'll try to do a little bit, a couple hundred words tomorrow maybe. But I do have a vlog I need to edit tomorrow. So, plus it's Easter tomorrow. So come back to the next vlog, because I will be vlogging Easter separately. So come back for that. But yeah, I think question of the vlog is going to be the Tupperware question. Do you remember the concept of Tupperware parties, or was it a different kind of sales party when you were growing up? What was like the party of the moment? Was it Tupperware? Was it Pampered Chef? Was it something else? Let us know. Did you have a fun day today? Thank you for helping me with my taxes. You can also leave a check mark emoji for the fact that I've checked doing my taxes off my list. I can stop stressing about it, hopefully. Once they send me the confirmation saying it's all
You won't get it till
accepted.
Monday.
Yeah.
Then, since it's
But then that's when I'll finally like really not stress about it. So if you've enjoyed this vlog, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, all the YouTubey stuff. And we will see you tomorrow in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye. Say bye.
Bye. Good night.
Mwah.